Right there? Is that where my people are? Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's DLLS Cowboys Podcast. Who needs a fast start more, the Cowboys offense or the Cowboys defense? Joe and Clarence are live at OTAs. We got a jam-packed show, and it starts... All right, saddle up, everybody. Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys Podcast. It is good to be with you on whatever day of the week this is, on a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's my Steve Harvey. Wait a minute.
We're not going to just breeze through this thing. And yes, we do have Cowboy business to get to, and we're going to get the Cowboy business. But we got a birthday today, man.
All right. We got a birthday today. Happy birthday to John F. Kennedy and John Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, Mello.
Yes.
And today's show is dedicated to El Capitan.
It's me.
To Jeff. To
El Jefe. It's my birthday. I'd like to wish goodbye to my Mike Gundy year.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
And I'd like to usher in my Dirk era as I enter 41.
Loyalty never fades away.
That's right.
Welcome to the club.
Except once that player's gone and then people destroy your franchise. Then loyalty fades away in a hurry.
Hey, get in the super chat, okay? Send in the dollars, pool fund.
Just Venmo
me. Or Venmo him. Yeah. Hit the like button. It's definitely.
Just right to me.
Right to him. Right to him, man. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Happy birthday to me.
Yes.
And JFK and Mello. I think Mello is exactly my age. I think he's turning 41 today as well. I think he and I have the actual same birthday. I feel like if we started moving around together, you wouldn't feel that way. I don't think that you would feel that way.
All right, we can get to the show.
Okay, we're going to get to the show. And to some of the very first compliments, it is true. With just two of us, it's going to be some heavy lifting today. It's going to be tough. We got to see if we can get through this thing. And somebody also said, who is going to fight if Clarence isn't here?
We don't fight. We've been doing this long enough. Do you want
to fight?
I don't. When you get this age, welcome to 41. I've been 41 for a little while now. Yeah. I told you earlier, when you get to this age, we're nearing that I don't give a damn age. Like we're nearing that age. We're not quite there yet. We still care about some things.
Yeah.
But we're getting to the point where, like, you know what? I don't really care about that.
Yeah, I feel different today. Now that I'm 41. Like if you have a criticism of me, I'd like you to send it in just so that you can see. I don't care.
Yeah. Then you hit 60, right? That's what I'm saying. Then you hit 60 and you fight about anything.
Yeah, but he doesn't care about any of it.
No.
It's just that he wants to fight. Get you.
He just wants to fight. Like, that's his way of, I don't know.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at Dro Nose in the super chat. Happy birthday, Jeff. Here's $2 for a 16-ounce Bush. Get you a Bush Light.
Can you get that for $2?
I don't know. I feel like Bush is probably affordable.
I feel like, are you like one of those buzzball type dudes?
What does that mean?
The buzzball.
I've seen them at the gas station.
I saw the Mellow when I drive in. I see on the they got the big balls now.
Yeah,
the big buzz balls.
I don't know if anybody drinks those, but I remember that I was going to a Christmas party and I was at a gas station to get cold beer or whatever, and I saw those and I bought a red one and a green one because it was Christmas, and I feel like nobody drank them, but I don't know.
Okay, we can intro the show now.
Hello everyone. My name is Jeff.
Oh, happy birthday to you. I can't sing the song because of copyright infringement. Yeah. But, yep.
Sitting next to former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jess Tracy Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
So I was talking with my buddy Brian Broadus this morning on my little tiny personal YouTube page. Do a show a couple times a week there. And he brought a question to me that had come from doing a show with our friend Voch, that had come from a listener. And that's what you need this time of year.
Yeah.
You need other people to give you ideas. And so I was like, well, if I'm going to talk to Brian about this, I'm going to have to ask Jesse about this. Let's ask Jesse about this. And the idea was this. What is more important for the Dallas Cowboys at the very beginning of the season? Fast start offense or fast start defense? And I will fight you.
I don't want to fight.
I'm ready to.
I don't.
So say one word.
I don't want to fight. What is more imperative, a fast start for the offense or a fast start for the defense?
That is indeed the question. That is the question.
Micah already told us.
Oh, crap.
That it's the offense, but it's without a shadow of a doubt the Cowboys defense.
Oh, this is sweet. We do get to fight. Okay, great.
No, and here's why. Well, one, you have a new defensive coordinator.
Yep.
You want to make sure that you're establishing a sense of identity on the defensive side of the ball early in the season. And I say that because who is the best player on the Cowboys defense? Hands down.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. What happens to Micah Parsons as the season wears on?
He wears on.
He wears down. And so you have to come out the gates hot. You have to start off this season hot. That defense has to get rolling. And I look at where this team is going to be in that murderous row towards the end of the season, around that November Thanksgiving time.
Well, by that time, it would be 9-2 or whatever. It'd be cruising.
But not if your defense is not right early in the year. You're gonna need your defense to step up to the plate week one.
It would be super demoralizing if in week one they lose 38-6 and the Eagles run the ball 40 times for 270 yards and 3 touchdowns.
We did a segment yesterday and we talked about who if we could pick a player we could guarantee become an All-Pro, who would that player be? And the names were like Mozzie, Ferg, Pickens,
Guyton. Missing one.
We're missing another one.
Beebe.
That's who it was. And it's for that very reason that it has to be a guy like Mozzie and it has to be the defensive side of the ball. Because if you can't stop the run, and everybody now, look at where the league is going. The league is getting back to that old school brand of football. Yeah, still go pass the ball around, and I know you hate running backs, but the running game is becoming important again.
I only kind of hate running backs.
It's becoming important again. And they're going to check the temperature to see if you've addressed. And I know there's a bunch of pictures out there right now of Solomon Thomas running, and he's looking all yoked up, and it's
all pro.
It looks great.
Going to be an all pro?
It looks great. Doesn't matter. Because you know why? There's another yoked up person on the other side of the line of scrimmage who's looking to do damage. And just because you have yoked up muscles, and I pray that they work. I pray that they work and that they're efficient.
Mine are efficient. Small but efficient.
They need to step up. The defense, to me, needs to start fast.
So what's interesting to me.
Okay, better be interesting.
Is I saw somebody as a coach that does a bunch of stuff on Twitter, like film and play breakdowns and stuff like that. And maybe it wasn't interesting. It was funny.
Better be funny.
It was the way that the NFL is going, where teams are more willing to run the ball. Like that is happening for a reason. It's because of the way the defenses play now, right? Defenses are not as,
they're playing smaller.
They're not as goofy as they used to be. And now they're like, oh, wait, it's not fun if you score 80-yard touchdowns on us. We should probably stop you from throwing bombs to Tyreek Hill. And what he was using was like, it's shocking how not long ago he was showing a 49ers defense playing against the Chiefs. And it might have been a Super Bowl, I don't know, but whatever. And he was like, with Pat Mahomes at quarterback, this team in real life was making sure they had one extra man in the box so that you couldn't run the ball while Pat was throwing post routes to Tyreek Hill against single coverage. It changed in a hurry. The league was like, oh, wait, what are we doing? I bet you won't do it 5 yards at a time. What you're not going to do is 60 yards at a time. And so, and the Cowboys are going to have to prove it at the spot where they're the worst. Like, I don't think their running back room is impressive. Their defensive tackle room is like, it's Osa. And hopefully Mozzie's decent. And then we'll see. But I do think it's the offense. The reason I think it's the offense is partially for our mental health.
No.
Because if the Cowboys go out in week 1, or even like 2 or 3 weeks of it, and Dak looks more like the guy who played football last year before he got hurt than the guy who in 2023 was kicking everybody's ass. Like, we're not just talking about the offense needs to get it together. We're talking about who is the next quarterback. Should this team be tanking? What does the next incarnation of the Cowboys look like? If you don't get that thing going, I think you freak out, and it's not a, damn, this team needs a D tackle. It's a, damn, this team needs to tear it down and start over.
Maybe.
If they go 3 weeks and Dak looks immobile and iffy, and they're 1-2, and he's thrown 2 touchdowns and 3 picks.
It's the 1 and 2 part. It's the 1 and 2. If they go 3 weeks and he looks that way, and they're 2-1, and the defense is playing lights out, we'll just say we'll get it together.
Yeah, they'll come around. They'll come around.
The chemistry's not quite there. They're still learning the system. It's the 1 and 2 that goes along with it. If it's 2-1, and let's say that the one loss is to Philadelphia, but it was a close game because the defense damn near pitched a shutout.
Yeah, you
look at that completely different. And I think that is where if you're 1 and 2, of course we're putting to the offense. That's the easy mark. It's always going to be Dak. It's the bigger names on that side of the ball. The CDs, the Pickens. We're looking for that to be the staple of what the Cowboys have been for 30-plus years. It has always been on the offense, and the defense has been supplementing of it. Even though you've had the Haleys and the Deons and those alike on the defensive side of the ball back in the 90s, it's always been a heavily offensive-minded organization.
Yeah.
And so when it doesn't go right, we first look at what is the offense doing? How are the offense producing or lack thereof in the production? Where can we get better at? And it's never, we've been saying about stopping the run for 20 years. Like, that has been a topic of discussion since I was playing football. Like, it's not something that we just started talking about. And that's why I'm thinking, like, this defense has to have a fast start. You want me to believe? I know I jumped off.
You did jump off and you hurt yourself.
I did hurt my wrist.
Yeah.
But if you want me to believe, you want me to try to beg for a life raft to get back in the boat, the defense. Because that I know is sustainable. That I know if we're doing the things correctly, the rest of the stuff will come. There's only so long you're going to be able to hold CeeDee Lamb down. He's just going to
Okay, so I see what you're doing now. What you're doing is you're twisting it to what I'm doing. Like, my answer to the which guy, if you could make one of them an All-Pro, my answer was Tyler Guyton. And my answer to why is I picked the worst player because, like, Cooper Beebe is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I could make him an All-Pro, sure. He might make the Pro Bowl on his own. I don't got to do that. Let me take the guy that I think maybe can't play at all.
Exactly.
So what you're doing is you're taking the side you don't believe in and just being like, that would be great if they did.
Everything about the defense happening right now, the way it looks right now, you can't believe in it. You have a bunch of guys that you brought in that are castaways. Sam Bourne's a castaway. Kenneth Murray's a castaway. Thomas a castaway.
Former first-round pick.
We don't talk about that. 2-year rule. We'll talk about that later on. Who else we got? Peyton.
Did you say Elam?
All these guys are castaways. These are guys who we're hoping a new scenery will give them new life.
Yeah.
Right? These aren't guys we're saying, we made a trade for him and we did. Like, these are coveted guys. These are castaways. These are guys that nobody else wanted. We thought if we could strike lightning in the bottle twice, they'll be good for us. And so now we're looking at this. Yeah, I don't believe in the defense. So they have to have a fast start for me to really jump back on board. The offense will be fine. Those guys will come around.
I'm with our trucking friend, Aaron. I guess for morale's sake, offense starting quicker may be better. Yeah, I'm here. I need the morale. I need the side that we expect is going to be good to be good. Plus, I'm going to do a little pocket watching,
not the $60 million.
The $60 million man. Throw into the $35 million man. Throw into the biggest offseason addition that you give up a third-round pick for. You put your first-round pick on the O-line. I'm going to do a little. No, I'm going to call it resource watching.
Wow.
I'm doing a little resource watching.
Now we know. Now all this time,
not Captain Thunder.
This whole time we thought Joe was 5-0 undercover.
I thought I hid my identity so well.
Whole time has been you hating on Dak and pocket watching.
Here's the reveal.
Why are you doing it? Damn.
I have been Captain Thunder this whole time. It's time that you guys know. Okay, so anyway, the answer, as you guys saw from our conversation, is the offense.
No, it's the defense.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, Joey, Clarence, Popo, and Pop Pop. It's going to be Pop Pop. Pop Pop is out at Cowboys OTAs. We'll check in, get all the storylines of the day. That is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
If you're out on the lake, poolside, at the beach, throwing a birthday party.
I do these things.
Whatever it is, you need a good cooler. A good cooler goes a long way. It's one of those things where it's better to have and not need than need and not have.
Cooler.
Keep the drinks cold. Keep the food cold. And it looks good wherever you go. Yeah. Then head over and see my boys at Rugged Road Outdoors. Yeah, you see that cooler right there? Yeah. Keeps things cold.
Pretty big, right? You'd think that'd be super heavy, right?
72 hours. It's stylish. And the most important thing about that thing, floats upright.
Floats upright.
It floats upright. It's durable. It's stylish. It floats upright. Yeah. It has the capacity to hold any and everything. Side for a little brews. Yeah. Side if you got a little baby sippy cup. Yeah. All that can go in the cooler and stay cold. Yeah. Food, beverages. It is the perfect lakeside, poolside, beachside essential that you need. Head over to Rugged Road Outdoors.com. Use the promo code DLLS and get 10% off a cooler today. And if you want, buy one for Jeff for his birthday.
You guys know how many Lucy's you could fit in this sucker? A lot of Lucy's in this sucker. I don't know if you want them cold. I might. That'd be good. Lucy, 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. I love my Lucy. The Lucy Breakers, what they are is they're nicotine pouches, but they got a little extra surprise in there. There's a little capsule that you crack that sucker open. Extra flavor and hydration for you. How many you can fit in a Rugged Road cooler though? Tons. I like all the different flavors, and they got pouches. They got their breakers. They got their gums. They got everything for you over there at Lucy. Lucy's are wonderful after a meal. I don't know if you guys knew that. Level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to Lucy. Look at that cool handle. Lucy.co/DLLS. You get 20% off. Lucy.co/DLLS. Only for people of legal age. Every order is age verified. Product contains nicotine. Nicotine's an addictive chemical. Welcome back to the DLLS Cowboys podcast. I love this Rugged Road cooler. I'm taking this one. You think they'd notice? I'm going to take it. It's my birthday.
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
It's my birthday.
And blame.
Thank you, Kevin Gray. Is our GM here? All right, Ben, I'm sure you're in the chat. Can I take this home for my birthday?
You can always ask for forgiveness.
Everybody, please hit the like button while you're here. Joe Hoyt's in the chat. He said he's going to arrest me for being Captain Thunder. All right, let's see. We got Clarence. All right, let's see what's happening. Captain Thunder's here. Oh, no. Oh, my God, he's here. Captain Thunder in the super chat. Finally, Jeff, you came around to the truth. Greedy Dak is a selfish, broken down, greedy man. I can't wait till the era of greed and failure ends. Clarence, that's some good-looking Shady Rays. That's some product placement right there. Clarence Hill's in the building. He's on back-to-back days of polo.
Man, the future's so bright out here. This Cowboys are so good. The future's so bright. I had to put the shades on, baby. Had to put the shades on. It's all in my eyes.
Are you wearing the same shirt
Future's
from yesterday?
So bright. No, sir. Stop it. Don't do that.
Let me see the arm. Now I'm calling you out.
That's not an Alamo.
Don't do that, man. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. I do not have to prove nothing to you.
You're wearing the same shirt you had on yesterday.
I am not.
At least you're not dogging today. You're not dogging today, so I appreciate it. Listen, so if you know what, if you're not dogging, new shirt. It's a new shirt.
First of all, I don't legitimize BS, so I'm not going to prove nothing to you. Okay. Secondly,
everything about you is legitimizing the BS.
No, it's not. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I have little patience for BS. That's why y'all think I'm angry, because I just don't. I have little patience for BS.
I told you.
Secondly, I'm going to be outside in the sun today, so I need a t-shirt on. Okay, be outside in the sun. I want to be outside in the sun yesterday.
Go like this.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
My suspicions
I'm
are
I'm
identified.
stubborn. No, I don't care what y'all. It don't makes matters a damn. Okay, Jeff. Happy birthday, boy. Happy birthday.
Thank
I got
you.
some dollars for you. I got some dollars for you to pass out.
Oh,
When you
I'm
go
sorry.
celebrate your
I'm about to say
birthday.
dollars for
You
you.
gonna make it rain for me?
That's
I
that
know
P
for you
Diddy
to make
stuff
it
right
rain, for you
there.
to pass out. For you to pass
Oh,
out. I got some dollars for you to pass out.
all I want for my birthday is to see
Jesse.
the left sleeve of your shirt.
No, I'm not doing that. I mean, it's silly. It's silly. I had a full day yesterday. I wouldn't wear the same shirt. Now, sometimes you can wear the same pants. You don't wear the same shirt. I mean, come on, that makes no sense. Okay,
I
I
just
mean,
have a
don't do
theory,
that.
Clarence. I have a theory. I have a theory that last
I
night was a
told
good
you.
night, and you haven't been to the house yet.
I have been to the house. Why would I can play on the road. I can play at home. That's not the point. The point is, I told you I got gear. Then I tell you, a former coach left me a lot of Texas gear. I got a lot of gear.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of it's a coach's gear. It's from the coaching staff. So that's where they came from. But two things, Jesse, in the '90s, the triplets got all the headlines, but that defense was number one in the league.
Get him.
Okay, the
Get
triplets got
him.
the headline, and I'm not fighting with you. But
Yep.
that defense won the league, and they put resources in that defense. They went and traded for Charles Haley. They went and signed Deion Sanders. They drafted Kevin Smith first round. They got Russell Maryland first overall pick. That defense was loaded with players. But yes, the triplets got the headlines, but that defense was salty as hell. And speaking of defense, I'm focused on, is Micah Parson gonna be here today? That's my question to Shotty. Is Micah, last week he came one day and then he was hanging out with our boy from Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett's in China. He's
Well,
not at the
he's
Browns
not worried about it.
OTA.
His team's
He's in
not
China.
serious. His team is not serious.
I'm just saying. But
Miles
last year,
signed.
Yeah, he got paid.
I understand, but that don't matter if he's signed or not signed. I mean, come on. Last year, Micah was in China or Japan and doing, but this year he's tried to be around. And this week, Miles is in China. I'm just trying to figure since Micah can't work out with him around here, is he in China or is he here? We'll find out pretty soon if Micah's here. And where they stand on that whole Micah needs to be around. One other thing, it's funny,
Better be
and
funny.
it better be funny. And our the lovely cat put it in our chat this morning. Um, that damn Diggs passing up them pink baggies on that
What?
boat.
Oh yeah, I saw the little video, but I didn't know what they were. Yeah, I don't know.
It was drugs. He was passing all the
No.
girlies drugs. Yes,
They were calling him daddy.
he was passing out drugs.
You can't.
Pink
You had to say
cocaine
allegedly.
baggies.
That's a wild Recky Specky as you sit in the Cowboy facility.
Oh
You're gonna say allegedly.
wow! Why you got to bring up 88? Why you got to bring up Irv like that? Why
We're
you
not
do that,
bringing up
Jesse?
88.
You
We're bringing
you
up
messy.
7.
Jesse, you messy.
Oh,
Jesse,
wait, no,
you
you are bringing
messy,
up 88.
Jesse.
I didn't bring up 88.
I was
Yeah,
saying
he
like
messy.
7 might
He
punch you in the
messy.
face.
And that's what I'm
Oh, you're talking
referring
about
to
7.
that.
Okay, we're talking about 7.
I'm talking about you're sitting in the building where 7 actually might walk into the building and you know how he feels about his brother.
Okay. Do you really think 7's here? Let's have
Allegedly.
a conversation about that.
Just throw allegedly in there,
Do you really think 7's? No, I mean go down Twitter. They talking about what's in there. It's like a whole thing of it's a bag of drugs. Whether it's ecstasy, it's like it's a thing. It's
What
a
if it
thing.
was Fun Dip?
Allegedly.
It was not Lucy. Number
Bubble
one.
gum. It could have been Lucy. It could have been all sorts of things. Hey, what do we got to do to put
I'm just saying-
pressure? What do we got to do to put pressure on the Joneses to actually sign their best players before the season starts?
They like to do it their way. I mean, I don't get it, and none of it makes sense because again, they tried their way because they tried to get Mike in the room and without his agent, and they had a deal. They had a deal in their mind. They had a deal, and not in Micah's mind because they never called the agent, but they had a freaking deal. And they felt good about the deal. And again, it's a deal according to the Cowboys, which would have made him the highest paid non-quarterback. So it wasn't a Tyron Smith deal. It was a real deal. They will make him the highest paid non-quarterback. But they certainly need to get it done. And so that's where we are. Again, I think Micah's tried to do the right thing, tried to be around. to a certain extent. But we all know, just like the Bosa brother I guess he's with the Bills now. He got hurt, in off-season training. He won't be ready for training camp. You can't put yourself in a position to get hurt and mess and fumble a $40 million bag.
That's true. Can I've got to ask Jesse, do you have a question prepared for Clarence right now?
I do.
Okay, because this has never happened to me before on the show, but we got like over a half hour left, and I don't know if I can make it. I have to go number one, and it snuck up on me.
What?
Okay.
So I'm going to be back in like 4 minutes.
Oh, no, go do your thing.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that
BT.
I know that you're on the case with today is the slot corner and who's going to play the slot corner position. Have you had a chance to see DaRon Bland at any point in time since the last encounter that you had with him?
No. We only get one availability a week, so we haven't had to talk. I know he said at the time he wanted to talk to the Cowboys about his role in slot corner and how they were playing him, and so we'll ask Shotty about that. Certainly, we'll try to talk to him again about that. First of all, we'll watch and see where they line up in practice. And again, it's OTAs. How much can you put in what you see in OTAs, especially when you have Revel not available and Diggs not available, and so they have to line up and put some people out there. But again, that's not the deal. That's not where he wants to be. That's not where he wants to play, especially
But
in a
wouldn't this
contract
be?
year.
Wouldn't you say this would be an ideal time for the others to get those reps at that slot corner position, right? Because there's nothing that you don't lose anything in OTAs. You're like for DaRon Bland, it's like, let's keep getting you these reps outside. That's where you're going to play. Let's try these other guys inside at that position.
Yeah, and I think they have tried other guys because he just with the first team. They got second and third team. They run all different guys. But when they're putting the first team out there, I guess they want those guys. When the Micah and the linebackers, everybody out there, and the safeties out there, they're going to line their guys up. Now there's been times when they play a safety at slot, I guess, after they run with three safeties and two corners, because they have one on the field with the two other safeties. But it depends on health. A lot of guys are not participating in everything because they're coming off injuries and different things. So you're kind of just, making it work. But again, as I pointed out yesterday, I wasn't trying to cause no problem. I asked him about playing there and if he's just, doing whatever got to do for the team, time of year, whatever else. And he said, I need to talk to them about that.
What are y'all talking about?
Slot corner.
Who is it?
Oh, I was talking about, DaRon Bland playing there and have we talked to him before then. But I do want to bounce to the other side of the ball, who I think is going to be the official number 3 receiver, Jake Ferg. He's officially engaged now.
Oh, yeah, he got one of them cabiners.
Yeah, he got
That's a disrespectful way of saying that. I don't know which one it is, though. Sorry.
He's engaged now. They've said that he's put on some good weight, and he really needs to have a bounce back season. Is this kind of crap or get off the pot for Jake Ferguson and the Cowboys this year?
It's interesting because I was thinking about Jake, and you don't have to call the number. See, how about number 3 option? He got numbers. He's the number 3 pass catching option most likely because Dak loves
Jaden Blue.
Dak loves his tight ends, and he loves throwing the that seam guard. He loves throwing the seam. He loves leaning on his tight ends. I just don't know how they can pay Ferguson. I don't know how they can keep Ferguson, no matter what, because you have too many other guys that you have to, whether it's Bland, whether it's Tyler Smith, you got guys to take care of. And I don't know how special Jake Ferguson is actually going to be. I don't know if he's ever going to get to the upper echelon level. So, we'll see. I mean, he may be just another Dr. Schultz. If somebody wants to pay him like Dr. Schultz money, you're going to let him walk, but you're not going to give him no $15 million contract. What tight ends are making, right? You're not going to do that for Ferguson. I mean, you got guys that you feel good about coming up the pike, and you got a lot of tight ends that you like. But certainly, I guess we can say this, that Schoonmaker and Ferguson both won't be on the team next year, right?
Dang.
No.
It's just a contract thing.
I mean, unless if Ferg has a really good year, like Schoonmaker's going to be on the team because he's on a rookie contract. If Jake has a really good year, I'd like right now where he sits, I think he's the exact sort of player that you let walk. Like it was like, Thanks for your contributions. Right. At times we thought you were good, and then okay, and whatever. Like, that's the kind of guy that you don't give a second contract to.
And let's be honest, you see he was dating, right? He gonna go get his money, right? He ain't finna take no, he gonna.
There you go, pocket watching.
I'm not.
Now pocket watching.
More power to him. More power to him. But he gonna go get his money, right? He got a Calvin to win, baby. Come on, he gotta go get his money.
Thank you, Clarence.
She's making more money than him right now, right?
Maybe. Hey, welcome me to the 41 Club. I just found out you got to go to the bathroom more often. It's tough. It's tough out here. Thanks, Clarence.
I got some dollars for you, man. I got some dollars for you.
I will accept your money. Thanks. I appreciate you. All right, that's Clarence Hill live from the Star Cowboy OTAs. We are cooking right along. By the way, I do need to tell you guys, I forgot to at the start of the show. Corporate's going to probably fire me. Our flash sale's going on right now. It's summer. $36 intro offer to be a diehard. Normally it's about $80. You get a t-shirt of your choice from our merch store, which is a $36 value right there. So you essentially got a year at nothing. That's what you got of access as a diehard to our Discord, 2 discounts on merch and events. You're going to want to have that when you hear what we announce tomorrow. We have an event. You're going to want that 20% off. So you should sign up to become a diehard today. Okay, I just need you to know that. Coming up next on the What's that?
I did. I mean,
it is my birthday. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, is this version of the Cowboys something we've never been able to call them before? Is that going to be name calling? You'll find out. It's next.
To the window, to the wall. Spray Mondo on my balls.
Oh, damn.
I can say that. That's just in the
Mando.
Mando.
Yeah.
I know. I like the way it just doesn't sound right the same way when I say it like that. But
yeah.
Mando. If you don't know what Mando is, here's what it is. It's a deodorant, body deodorant for us guys.
Listen, everywhere.
Fellas, it goes everywhere. And I know sometimes you hardworking men, some guys are the metrosexual men, some guys are the runners, some guys are the lifters. Whatever you are, whatever boat you fit in, Mando will get you right. Spray a little bit in the grundle. It's a
Yeah, get the grundle
Get the grundle, put the toes up. Lift, spray underneath the balls, spray underneath the arms, spray all over your body. Mando gets you right. And if you don't know what to choose, got a good thing for you. Use the starter pack. You get $5 off the starter pack if you use the promo code DLLS. So head over to mando.com today. Get yourself right. A little spray for your balls.
Yep. And once you're nice and clean, it'll be a good time to get rid of the nasty carpet in your house. Go get you some good flooring from our friends at Empire Today. I shouldn't say that about carpet, like carpet's evil. You might want some new carpet from Empire Today. They get you squared away on whatever kind of floor you want. But yeah, when you need the home floor advantage, our friends at Empire Today is who's going to help you get that. They got flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. They the best. They live and breathe this stuff. They give you clear, upfront, and all-inclusive pricing. Plus, you can schedule installation as soon as the next day. You want to get the right flooring, the right color, see how it looks in with your furniture in your house. Convenience is important. Empire Today's got you squared away. Schedule a free and home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DLLS listeners, you get a $350 discount with the promo code DLLS. $350 discount. EmpireToday.com/DLLS. So I was donging around on the internet this morning. And by that, I mean I was cruising on websites. I was clicking.
The website that you can cruise on at work or would be frowned upon?
Mostly at work. Although yesterday I was looking for a Speedo from a birthday party, and it made me uncomfortable. I think we need, as a people, to represent the general public more when it comes to shopping.
What do you mean?
So I wanted to get a Speedo for my birthday.
Which is weird enough.
Right.
Which is,
and so I got on
Amazon.
You say it
so casually.
I got on Amazon and I looked up Speedo. And what you get is a bunch of shots from belly button to grundle of CeeDee Lamb or Leighton Vander Esch. Like, it's just a lot of very chiseled torso of man with crotch. And I feel like anybody walking by is like, what are you doing? And so I had to stop looking. But I think we should have normal people because I want to know how the Speedo's gonna look on me. I don't want to feel insecure while I'm shopping. You know,
probably stay away from the. Like, I think the Speedo is one of those designed things that only should go on the fittest of people.
Oh, you never been to Europe?
No,
yeah, everybody got
this is America.
Let it out.
It's America, Jack. This is America.
This is America. My question for the general public: hit the like button. Are the Cowboys kind of boring for the first time ever?
As a team or as an organization? Because
they'll never be totally boring.
Okay,
because Jerry exists.
I was ready to say, like,
and their quarterback's always polarizing or whatever. But just from the perspective of, like, we are in the middle. We are in the dog days of content.
Yes.
Right? OTAs, the media is allowed at once a week. Tomorrow, I'm sure we'll spend a lot of time on who lined up where, what the coaches said to the media. Like, we're just trying to get to camp. And so every day, as a content man, you look around on the internets and you try to find inspiration. What are people writing about? Is there any way I could spin that into a Cowboys thing? And so I'm looking around at some of the things on the internet, and I'm like, let me see, what can I find here? And so one of the things that I find is from Judy Bautista on NFL.com, the teams under the microscope, most under the microscope, 100 days from the NFL season. I'm like, all right, let me see. You think the Cowboys are on that list? No. Cowboys aren't under the microscope because their expectations are, I don't know, they'll probably be okay. Might compete for a playoff spot.
Vegas still is on that 7.5.
Which I think is wrong, but, I mean, it's probably not wrong by more than a game and a half, right? Probably 9-8 kind of deal. 8-9, maybe a 10-7.
Vegas knows something.
Do good. And so I'm like, okay, so they're not a team that's under the microscope. That's weird. They're the Cowboys. They should always be under the microscope, but they just kind of exist in this in the middle. So I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, NFL.com over here. Rookies who most need to succeed in year one. A list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get some Tyler Booker on that list. Can we get some Tyler Booker? No. It lists like 11 guys. No Cowboys. I'm like, damn. Okay. They did kind of go boring in the first round. They picked a guard.
Yeah.
So I get it. Travis Hunter's number one on the list and all these different guys. Like, all right. ESPN.com, NFC superlatives. Every team, they name like they're the most likely to. And for the Cowboys, it was most likely to look at their old scouting reports because they brought in all of these guys that they used to like. Like, oh, yeah, when he was coming out of the draft, we used to like that guy. We did that. And so all of these different things, even that one is kind of boring. And I was just like, damn, we got a boring team. And that's weird. I'm not used to it. No, but we added George Pickens, so he can't be boring. He's going to make it spicy.
We hope.
Although the fan base, I think, hopes he doesn't make it spicy.
I think the fan base just hopes he plays well. I really, if he plays well, you don't really care what he does. That's the thing about great players.
Do we play Jacksonville? I need to check.
We do not.
Do not? Okay.
We do not.
Let's see if we're going to, because would you be cheering for George Pickens to tear up Jordan Lewis after their little kerfuffle? You flip the uniform, you flip him into a Cowboy uniform, and suddenly Jordan Lewis is the enemy?
I don't think so.
No.
And the reason why I think Jordan Lewis left on a good note, like we still like Jordan Lewis.
Yeah. We like Jordan Lewis.
We like Jordan Lewis. So to make him that would be difficult. But to your point, outside of the George Pickens trade, the Cowboys have been blah this offseason.
Yeah.
They didn't go get an exciting head coach, right? They didn't go get one of the new guys. I know that Schottenheimer is a first-time head coach, but he's been around this league for a very long time, right? Like he has skins on the wall as a coordinator. You've heard the name before. You know the legacy of where he comes from. We wanted something more. At least I did. I wanted ankles out. I wanted iPhone 16 type young. That we didn't get that in the coaching wise, right? You didn't go sizzle in the draft. You got a guard.
Yeah, you got a guard.
You got a guard. Second round, you got defensive end. Nothing sizzling about that. You hope that those players come out there and they play well for you this season, but there's nothing tantalizing about that. Now, maybe if you had gotten a name in the first round,
Shador.
Sure. I mean, that you think that wouldn't have been content?
Oh, that would have been exciting.
Shador in the Cowboys OTAs right now. Now, do we think that he would have started over Dak? No. But the conversation would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Deion might have been floating around. we would have got some more content out of that. But everything that we've known this team to be a season ago hadn't changed pretty much. And they have done nothing for me.
They just kind of filled the roster back in and drafted.
That's
and added
it.
Pickens.
Like adding Pickens, I think, has run its course until it's time to play football again.
Yeah.
Like the interesting storylines is, how about in the first segment, right? Who needs to start a faster start? You pretty much are going to say the Cowboys offensively are going to be okay. They're going to be okay.
You would think so.
Like the offense, when Dak is at the helm, the offense doesn't struggle that much.
They're always really good.
It has its ebbs and flows within it. Now, when we get in the playoffs, is a different story.
Well, we don't worry about that. We're just
regular season wise, the offense is going to offense. Dak is going to be pretty good. CD is going to be CD. Another guy will have emerge in there. But you don't worry about them struggling to score points when Dak is at the helm.
Kind of wish they'd tried harder at running back.
I mean, they could have always brought.
I need to be wrong about that. I want to in like week 3 have an apology letter that I read on the air for Javonte Williams. Like, I'm sorry. 3 years removed from that injury.
And you got to say really go Heels at the end of it.
I got what?
You got to say go Heels.
I'll say go Heels at the end of it.
But that question reminds me something analogy that I used before. Like the Cowboys, they're not the smoking hot dime.
Mm-mm.
They're not.
Mm-mm.
They're not the smoking hot dime, but they're not the ugly chick either.
No, and I would never do a number scale for how attractive someone is, but they're like a 5.5.
They're a little bit more than 5.
Maybe 6 and a quarter.
Yeah. They're about 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
And if they
but the bad thing is their personality is like a 3.
Ooh. They got
because Jerry is the personality, which is actually a 10.
It's actually a 10, right? Like
it's actually
if someone's a 6.5, male or female.
Yeah.
Right? Team organization.
Or whatever else.
Or whatever else you want to identify as.
That's right.
You have to have some other qualities. Like you got to cook really well. You're a great organizer.
Yeah.
Things like that bring up your value.
You know where I left my keys.
Your body is banging.
Yeah, good butt.
Like that type of stuff will elevate a 6.5 to it.
Yeah.
And that's what the Cowboys are. They are 6.5, and then they got nice boobs that we call
CD. They do. They be fake here.
Like
mostly.
that we call CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Woohoo. Like it's exciting, right? You want to motorboat them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You just honk CD and Pickens?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's have at it. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the other. You got Micah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice little tush.
That's the tush.
There's a little tush.
He's the tush.
Those things elevate. All boats float, right? What is it, Cat? All boats float. Those things elevate the 6.5 a little bit more. It makes it a little bit more tantalizing. But at the core of the 6.5, still boring.
I need to know in the chat. Assign other Cowboy players to be the body part of the Cowboys figure. If Micah is the tush and Pickens and CD are fun 1 and fun 2.
Yeah.
What are the other body parts? So there's one other thing I saw on the internet, which was you do that. What's Schoonmaker? One other thing that's from my buddy Dave Hellman at Fox Sports. So he ranked all 32 supporting cast for quarterbacks, right? So it's offense, but without the quarterback.
Yes.
Just what is the supporting cast like? And it just fit right in the vein of everything else that I was doing this morning. I'm trying to find something fun and exciting, maybe even polarizing. And all I could find was the Cowboys are average. The 15th best supporting cast in football, like one away from dead balls center, is the Dallas Cowboys, their group of supporting cast. And that's probably about right.
And that's where they've been for the last, like even at 12-5, you still kind of sat in the middle of the pack.
And weirdos thought the quarterback sucked, as he was like runner-up for MVP with a middle-of-the-road supporting cast and a coach that you all say sucks at coaching offense. But y'all said the quarterback.
But you got to blame somebody.
You don't have to.
You're right.
Well, you could. You don't just blame the right people, you know? I need Javonte Williams to surprise me in a positive way. And I need Tyler Guyton to surprise me.
Man,
that's
a lot.
But I guess Tyler Guyton, I should shuffle the order. Tyler Guyton is more important. If Tyler Guyton doesn't surprise us, and like I can't get into this more in the next segment. Like, at some point, guys are what they are. So, like, you got a new offensive coaching staff. We're going to talk about Clayton Adams, the new OC, and a new O-line coach and how that's going to change the offensive line. Am I supposed to buy in that Terrence Steele is going to be somebody other than who Terrence Steele has been for damn near a decade?
He does.
He kind of is what he is.
He does have this, like, he has this arc, right? He has this thing where he goes really bad, oh, good, really bad.
Okay, and at his good run blocker, in pass pro, right? So, like, he's not going to turn into a Pro Bowler.
Right.
I feel good about Beebe. I feel good about Tyler Smith, obviously. I feel pretty good about Tyler Booker, even as a rookie. But if the left tackle can't play, the supporting cast is average, the defense, we don't think is going to be able to stop the run, the corners aren't healthy to start the season, we're setting up for a train wreck. That left tackle needs to be able to play. I need that left tackle to be able to play. That's all I'm saying. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast, you're all going to hit the like button. And we are going to talk about my new NFL rule for team building and how the Cowboys broke it this offseason. It's next. Well, something's wrong with you, Duck. Can we get a mock draft? Something's wrong with you, Duck. It is the start of the summer. We got the intro offer to become a Die Hard, where you get access to everything that we do. It includes a T-shirt of your choice from our merch store, and there are always cool shirts in the merch store. The intro offer, $36. That's just today, okay? So you need to get on it. And I'm telling you need to get on it because that is like a 55% discount, $36 for an entire year of access to everything that is written about all of your DFW sports teams, plus access to our Discord, plus access to discounts, ad-free experience on the website, all of these different things. I think we will announce something tomorrow that you'll want to have a discount on.
Man.
And if you sign up to be a diehard today at that discounted rate, you could get the discount tomorrow on something that we're going to announce that's going to be badass. And I think you're going to want to be a part of it. That's what I think you want to be a part of it. You don't have to sin, but it'll be possible.
Don't gamble with this opportunity. You don't want to gamble with this opportunity.
Check the Cowboys schedule, see if you can figure out what in the world we're teasing, what we're hinting towards. But yeah, if you're a DFW sports fan, join over 1,000 others who have joined up to be a diehard to get access to everything that we've got. I think we had it sent. We had it sent earlier. I need to see if I can find it because I do want to shout out some of the people who join as diehards. And I know
in the Discord,
we just added a bunch. Look at these people have signed up yesterday. David, Cindy, Steve, Danny, Pierre, Sebastian, Andrew, Dan, Brandon, Christopher, and Brandon. 2 Brandons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go. No, we can't say that.
What? No. I mean,
good job,
We
Brandon.
could say let's go to a guy named Brandon. It's the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. We have one segment remaining, and we want to knock out your super chats. It's very important to us to knock out your super chats and acknowledge you acknowledging us. So, Kat, if I could get them super chats pulled up, I'm going to tear through them bad boys like nobody's ever teared through anything. Torn through? Teared? Teared? Terry? Torn through.
Tear through.
S.J. Johnson's in the super chat. Happy birthday, Jeff. Thank you. I have a theory about Jerry and contracts. Maybe he tells the players under the table that they'll get contracts, but first he needs the Cowboys to stay in the news. Dak, CD, Zeke, and Cabo, etc. I think those things are true, and if you've been around it long enough as a player, you know it's true. I don't think they have to come out and say it. They just don't talk to your agent for a long time, and you get mad. They don't make you a real offer. They let the market go up. They hurt themselves in negotiations, and then when it's actually time, and we've exhausted all the headlines over the offseason, and it's starting to get into the pinch of, oh, my God, is he going to even be ready to play the regular season? Yeah, we knew what the number was all along. Here's the contract. Let's go. And that's what beats me down, is they know the numbers all along. They knew what they were before they let Myles Garrett sign. It would have been cheaper. They know what they are now, and they'll wait until the last second. They'll give the exact numbers that we know they're going to give the whole time.
I still love your theory on this. And I the more and more
I don't remember my theory.
That Jerry wants to keep the money in the bank to continue to collect interest.
Oh.
And he waits till the last minute to do it. Because money in the bank brings more money back to him.
Showed you what you drank. You know?
Yeah.
And he could do that with it. I saw another picture of Jerry with a good-looking lady the other day on the internet. Some sort of thing.
Yeah, but that's just a picture.
It's just a picture with a fan.
It is a picture with a fan.
Night 405's in the super chat. What type of linebacker do you want if teams run more, but nickel is base? Just Fred Warner. Yeah, I just need you to be about 6'3", 6'4", about 245. I need you to have the agility of a safety, the speed of a corner, and the power of a full-size linebacker. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, man. Ever since Aaron Donald left the league, Fred Warner has become my MCM NFL edition.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
God, love that dude.
Because I think I moved to a world where the most important thing to me about linebackers was coverage. Because everybody's throwing the ball, and if you have linebackers, like Fred Warner changes the world. To have a linebacker who you line up your guy in the slot or your tight end or whatever, and they're running vertical, and it's like, whatever. That deep part of the field is covered by my linebacker, and it's blanketed. Like, what an advantage. But we are getting a little more. Everybody's backing up. We're going to run at you. And linebacker might have some value again.
But again, insert Fred Warner because
he'll do that too.
And
then he'll sack your quarterback.
He'll take on the block, shed a block, make a tackle, right? 2-yard gain. He'll do it all. You insert a player like that. That is the quintessential 2024, 2025, 2026 type of linebacker that I want on my team.
Kerry Matthews, that's a freak Jesus. He's in the super chat. Pop, you need to pick a side. One day it's go Cowboys. We're going to the bowl. Next day it's quit drinking the Kool-Aid. We ain't going nowhere. Vance is in the super chat. Jeff, happy birthday. Enjoy your Mike Gundy year. Nope, I already had my Mike Gundy year. I'm in my Dirk year now. I'm a man. I'm 40. The next year, unless I can think of a different number, is it weird? Because
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, but like he's known as an iconic, groundbreaking, and I'm a white guy. So I don't know. Would it be my Jackie Robinson year, or do I need to find a new, different guy?
Mariano Rivera.
Be my Mariano Rivera year. Trucking Life is in here. Gonna wear my Diggs jersey to the game December 21. Taking my 80-year-old father for the first time. Trucking provides. Trucking provides. Diggs swagger's missed. He hit Barkley. Pop ball out. TD. Team-friendly deal. Diggs #1. Drugs or not. Go boys. We appreciate you, brother.
That's a lot of love for Diggs right there, man. That's a little uncomfortable.
He gets some criticism. So if somebody wants to give him some love, I think that's nice for Trayvon. I think he could use it.
I think we've been far removed away from that. You know what? Have at it. Have at it. You're right.
Marcus is in the super chat. Percentage that we get a good one tech. No faith in Mozzie. Man, you had to look around the league and see, is there anybody in the league that is like post June 1 cut candidate on an NFL team that's going to be you're not going to get a good starting nose tackle in that scenario, I don't think. But I hope their head is still on a swivel because that D tackle room is not done unless we think. So it's going to be Mozzie and Osa. Osa's backup will be Solomon Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay. Mozzie's backup is Jay Toa, in theory, a 7th-round rookie?
Or the other...
Or the 7th round from last year?
Was
Josh? Justin Rogers?
Justin Rogers. I knew it was a J. Justin Rogers.
We a little light in there. In terms of numbers and in terms of weight. Okay. The final thing I want to get to. And this was spurred on. I have a new NFL rule, NFL team building rule. According to Jeff, I'm going to write it into my NFL Stone tablet. It'll be a Jeff commandment for team building.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And this will be like number 4 or 6. I have to put them in order at some point, but this is a new one. Because we were sitting over here where people can't see, but we're sitting over here getting ready for the show yesterday. And I forgot what brought it on. We were talking about OTAs and like things that the fans will care about, storylines, et cetera, et cetera. And somehow, like, Joe Milton came up because, people are going to like the backup quarterback all the time and get excited about it. And he was like, but Trey Lance had more potential than Joe Milton as the Cowboys backup. And I might have snapped at Clarence a little bit. And this is my new rule for team building. You get drafted. We get to training camp. 24 months from that day, I don't ever want to hear where you were drafted ever again. Trey Lance did not have more potential as the backup quarterback than Joe Milton. The end. Trey Lance had been in the NFL for 3 years and the entire league told you they didn't want to trade for him. They weren't interested in having him play. Only the Cowboys, and they traded for him. Joe Milton has been in the NFL for 1 year. Got to play a game. It's pretty good.
Yep.
According to the Jeff rule of football, Joe Milton does have more potential as Trey Lance. I don't want him to play a bunch of football for my team. I want Dak Prescott to play. But just the general idea, and their offseason is a lot of caring what they thought about a guy 3 and 4 and 5 years ago.
Correct.
I don't care ever again. You got 2 years. If Tyler Guyton is a bad offensive tackle this year, I don't want to hear from anybody over the course of the next offseason that, yeah, but he was a first-round pick. He's going into – I do not care where you were drafted. You got 2 years, and after 2 years, I got you. And I don't want to hear it no more.
Okay, so I want to fight.
You want to fight?
I would change my mind. I want to fight now.
Okay, come on.
Now I want to fight.
Okay, let's fight.
Does that same theory and commandment apply?
Don't you get me caught against myself in some way.
I'm
trying to think what have I said.
Is it the same theory applies to guys like Dak Prescott, who you've seen for 9, 10 years, and you still are expecting another level, or is he just who he is?
Oh, you absolutely should not expect another level. But, I mean, the man's played all pro football.
Right. So, right. But where does the line?
We've seen the best of Dak.
So now it is either, is it maintaining or is it?
You wanted to maintain.
Or is it?
I don't know.
Is
you
it
wanted to maintain.
Coming down the other side of the hill.
But Dak's perfect for my rule. Because as of 2 years into his career, I don't want to hear from anyone ever again. Yeah, but he was a 4th-round comp pick. He can't. Yes, he can, because he showed you from day one. That dude showed up and said, I don't give a damn where I was drafted. I'm a baller. I think he fits my theory very well.
Okay.
2 years into his career, it was clear. Don't care where he was drafted. Dude's a baller. Going to make a ton of money.
Now, I don't know about 2 years into his career.
1 year in his career, you knew.
There's going to be a baller?
Dak? He had one of the best rookie seasons of all time.
His first couple years, it was still in question. It was the leaned on the running game a lot. No, I'm not hating on Dak. I'm not hating on Dak.
Okay, you are Captain Thunder.
No, I know.
So sometimes I log out of my Captain Thunder account and Jesse logs into my Captain Thunder account.
But I just want to make sure that the theory applies across the board.
Across the board.
Because we can't say after 2 only for the bad players.
No. It works for everybody.
All of a sudden now, because I get it. Mozzie, you are who you are.
Yeah, and I guess according to that, I cannot predict that Mozzie's going to have a good year. I've seen 2 years of you. I think you probably are what you are. And I don't want to care I don't want to hear where he's drafted. And it goes in a good and a bad way. Because if Clarence were here, I feel like he will talk about that draft stock and because the idea for me, if Tyler Guyton is serviceable, we talked about this yesterday, I think that's great for this team. Because you already used where he was drafted. That already happened.
Right.
But 1 year in, it looked like he can't play. If 2 years in, it looks like he can play in the NFL, that's a win. I don't care where he was drafted. Because I've already seen it for a minute. I wrote it off and went, oh, crap, he can't play.
Right.
So if the answer is, kind of can play, sweet. Not, I don't want to hear that he was a first-round pick. He's supposed to be great. I gave up on great. I just don't want it to be a whiff. I just want you to be able to play.
All right.
And after this year, I have to write you off because I'm a 2-year man now. It's written in my stone tablet.
So you you have the Leonardo DiCaprio football rule.
Yeah. Once that player reaches about 24,
you're done with them.
Or if they're a very young NFL player, 22.
You just know, you know what they are, and you move on from it.
You can just hope. You can hope. I don't mind you hoping. Just don't try to sell it to me.
So don't
try to sell it to me.
So is it when they start off, if they start off bad?
Yep.
You only get 1 more year before I say that's who you are.
Yes. I guess in the way that I would apply it to team building, if Tyler Guyton this year is a bad starting left tackle, not the worst ever, but not a good starting left tackle, I think it makes you a dumb front office if you go into year 3 and the plan is that he's going to play again. Because he's a first-round pick, and he went from atrocious to pretty bad. This year he'll be great. No, he'll probably be a little better than pretty bad. Let's stop just because of where we acquired somebody, giving them a whole runway of a half decade of one day it'll come. No, we tried. We tried.
I'm with you.
We know who you are. 2 years.
I'm with you.
We know who you are. Hit the like button if you're here, for crying out loud. It's my Dirk year. Do it for Dirk. And do it for Mike Gundy, and do it for Jackie Robinson. And JFK and Carmelo Anthony, whose birthday it also is today. Do you feel like we fought enough? Do you want to, you don't have anything you want to?
I'm already 41. I beat you to it.
You don't want to fight about nothing?
My fight's
on
already,
the way out?
My fight's already fought.
All right. Well, then I think we'll thank Clarence for stopping by. Joe, by the way, says that he did the research. Not the same shirt from yesterday.
That's good.
And that could be beat writers having beat writer backs. I don't know.
Because that is Joe. That's very Joe-like.
But he reported this.
That's very Joe-like. Joe, he loved that old man. Joe loved that old man.
He needs to. Thank you guys for stopping by. Good talk. See you out there. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
I love you. Happy birthday.
We all silly like the mayor.